boys and girls, we've been working with this letter this week. Remember what letter that is? That's the letter Z. Okay, we have our capital Z and our lowercase z. Remember, the letter Z makes the Z sound, like in zebra and zipper and zucchini and zoo. And today we're going to be reading a special book called the Zoo Book. Okay, and what animal do we see on the cover of this zoo book? Yes, it's a zebra. Okay, we know it's a zebra because it has the black and white stripes on it. Okay, so this is called the Zoo Book, and we're going to learn about a lot of different animals that we might find at the zoo. And zoo begins with what letter? Z. Z for zoo. Okay. Now this is by Jan Flug. She's the author and illustrator of this book. And what animal is this one? That's a lion. That's a lion we might see at the zoo. Okay, you ready to listen? All right, you know what animal this is? These are giraffes. Giraffes are very long animals. There are all kinds of animals in the zoo. The long-necked giraffes are the tallest. The leopard has a spotted coat and shining yellow eyes. Okay, see that? That's a leopard. There are camels with one hump and camels with two humps. The toucan has a long, curved beak. The owl has a short, hooked beak. Can you see that tiny little hooked beak there? Here is the yak with its long coat of soft, silky hair. And we talked about yak last week when we were doing the letter Y. Spider monkeys use their tails like extra hands. See them holding on with their tails there? The chimpanzee can hold things with its hands and feet. What is it holding there? Yeah, that's a banana. Okay, he's holding on to the swing with the other hand. The crowned crane has yellow bristles on top of its head. See that? And the peacock has a long train of green feathers. What animal is this one? We know that, right? That's a zebra. Zebra begins with the letter Z. There are also baby animals in the zoo. The baby zebra's stripes are brown. Later they will turn black. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Baby zebras have brown stripes, and when they grow up, they become black stripes. Interesting, right? The baby kangaroo rides in its mother's pouch, okay? And a baby kangaroo is called a joey. The baby panda is learning how to climb a tree. As it gets older, the baby rhinoceros will grow horns, okay? You see, it doesn't have any horns yet, but when it gets older, then it gets the horns, okay? That's a rhinoceros. And here is a fuzzy baby elephant. What is your favorite zoo animal? There's lots of animals at the zoo, okay? So what we have here is we have this paper. It says, what might I see at the zoo? And these are some of the animals that you might see at the zoo. Remember what this is called? That's a peacock. You might also see a frog. What is this animal? An elephant. And you might see a monkey. And what is that one called? A tiger. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to color this, and then we have something else that we're going to do today, working with zoo animals and the letter Z. All right, so we said this first animal up here is a peacock. So let's find our picture of the peacock so we can see what colors our peacock is. Okay, take a good look at this. Okay, we've got some green and yellow, and here's some more blue, and here's some brown and green, and big long green feathers. Okay, so we're going to do our peacock. we'll make the part of it, I guess it's like the crown of the peacock up here. We'll make that green. Okay. And we'll give him a little yellow beak. And a peacock, if we remember from our picture, the peacock has what color head? Okay, like a blue head. So we'll make our peacock's head blue. And then his body is kind of like blues and greens and browns. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the body part up in here. Okay, let me move this a little closer here so we can see. What I'm going to do with this is we're going to do it blue. We'll do part of it blue, and then I'll go over it with another color. Wait till you see how cool it's going to look. Put some blue, and I'll put some brown in there. Make some brown go right over that blue on his body. Okay. So he's got those different colors in there. And then remember what we said his tail feathers were? What color were the tail feathers? Yeah, green. Okay, the tail feathers are green. So we'll take our green crayon and we'll make those tail feathers green. And when a peacock spreads out its tail feathers, it looks like a big, giant fan of feathers. Okay, and then we make those little, you can if you want to, make these little brown spots on there. They almost look like eyes, don't they? Yeah. All right, so that's our peacock. And then what do we have over here? What is this? That's our little frog. So frogs are usually green, so we can make our little frog green here. You want to do that. Okay. And what kind of animal is this one? That's an elephant. What's a good color for an elephant? Gray. Okay, so take your gray crayon and color in your elephant. Remember, if you don't have a gray crayon, you can use black, but just do it very, very lightly if you are using a black crayon. Okay, if you have gray, then use gray. All right, so we're going to color our elephant in. And again, remember, these are just some animals that we would see at the zoo. And even in the book that we just read, there are many, many, many more animals at the zoo than we could fit into one book. Okay, so if you get a chance to go visit some animals at a zoo, the Bronx Zoo or the Turtleback Zoo or Cape May Zoo or any other zoo that has animals, I think you'd really enjoy it. Okay, and do we know what animal this one is? That is a monkey. What's a good color for a monkey? What do you think? Yeah, brown is probably a good color for a monkey. Okay, so here's his tail. Here's his tail. And we'll color our monkey brown. Okay, these monkeys are usually brown. He's holding onto the tree there with his tail, his feet. Okay, so there's our monkey. I think I'll give my monkey a little red tongue. Take my red crayon and just give him a little red tongue here. Right there, that's it. All right, and down here, what do we have? Yeah, that's a tiger. What color is a tiger? Tiger is striped, so it would be orange. Okay, we'll make our tiger orange with those little black stripes there. Okay, color our tiger in. Oh, I forgot to tell you, on this line here, you should write your name, because it says, what might I see at the zoo by, and on that line, you can write your name. I hope you're practicing your names. Okay, I haven't been able to dot the letters for you, but maybe your mom or your daddy can do that for you, or maybe you've been practicing and maybe you can write your name without the letters being dotted. Okay, keep practicing those names. Okay, so there's our tiger. I think I'm going to give my tiger a little black nose. gray because I don't know where my black crayon is. All right, and then we have some bushes down here. We have our tree and our leaves. So maybe we can make our bushes green. Okay, you can color those in. And we can make some grass down here. We can make this green if you want to do that. We can color our grass in. This grass is usually green. And we can make our tree trunk. We can make that brown. Make it a little bit lighter than your monkey. It's probably a good idea. All right, make our tree trunk. And then we have the leaves on our tree. Okay, looks like a big palm tree. So we can color all that in nice and light. All right, looking at your picture. And here we have a picture of some animals that we might see at the zoo. Remember, zoo begins with what letter? The letter Z. Okay, and so we might see a peacock, we might see a frog, we might see an elephant or a monkey or a tiger, and lots of other animals. Okay, so that's one thing that we're going to be doing today. And another thing we're going to do is we're going to take this paper here. We're going to be sorting animals that have stripes and animals that don't have stripes. Now, I colored my paper in, and if you want to color it in, that's fine. You can color it in. If you don't want to color it, that's fine too. Okay, I already colored mine, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this paper, and we're going to be sorting, okay, putting all the animals that have stripes on this side and the animals that don't have stripes on that side. Okay, so I'm going to take this off for a second, and I'll put this one on. But before I put it on there, what we have to do is we're going to cut this part out on the bottom. So let me show you how we're going to cut this, okay? Take your scissors, remember thumb on top, your other fingers on the bottom. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut right across the bottom of the page there. Okay, so cut all the way across. Very carefully, you don't want to chop your animals apart, but go all the way across your paper, okay? Very carefully, go right off the edge. All right, now I'm going to put this up here on my board. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this paper here, and we're going to go around the outside line, just the outside, okay? Use your helping hand to turn your paper, and we're going to cut on the very outside. Or actually, we're going to go on that outside dotted line there. We're going to be cutting those off. Okay, so cut one, turn your paper, cut the next dotted line. Careful not to cut your animal's feet off. Okay. Okay, very carefully. And now we're going to cut this one here. Okay. So this is what we have so far. And let's look at the different animals. Okay, we see a rhino. We see a tiger. We see a gorilla. There's a zebra, an iguana, a bear, a fish. Know what this one is? Yeah, that's a skunk. It's a skunk. And here is a hippo and a bee. All right, so these are all some of the animals. Again, some things that we might see at a zoo. So what we're going to do is now we're going to cut on the other dotted lines, and we're going to separate our pictures and just lay them on your table. Okay, so I'm going to go right across very carefully. I'm going to go right up that line there. And again, look at your paper very carefully. You don't want to chop your animals apart. So go very, very, very slowly. Cut carefully on the lines. Okay, and now we're going to cut on those other dotted lines and separate our animals. Okay, and as you cut each one, set it on your table. Okay, very carefully. Remember, you don't want to chop your animals apart, so go very carefully. Take your time. Okay, so we have all of those animals, and we have them sitting on our table so you can see them all. Right? And we'll do our other animals the same way. You're going to cut right on the dotted lines very, very carefully. Okay? Very carefully. Cut right on those dotted lines. You don't want to chop any part of your animals off. Okay, so now we have all of our animal pictures. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at each animal and we're going to decide, does it have stripes? Remember, the stripes are the lines, like on the zebra. The zebra has stripes. Okay, those are lines. Those are the stripes. And if our animal has stripes, we're going to put it on this side here next to the lion. It says we have stripes. And this other side over here says no stripes. So we're going to decide where we're going to put each animal. Okay, I'll bring this a little bit closer so maybe you could see a little bit better. Okay, there, how's that? Good? All right, so let's take an animal. Let's see, what do you think? How about this animal? Does that animal have stripes? Yes, look at it. You see these black stripes here? See those black stripes? Okay, so where should we put it? Stripes or no stripes? What do you think? Stripes. Okay, so we're going to put this right here. Just put a little spotted glue there, and we'll put our little fish right over here because this fish has stripes. All right, let's look at our gorilla. Take a good look at that gorilla. Stripes or no stripes? No stripes. Okay, so we're going to put our gorilla over here on this side because the gorilla does not have stripes. Okay, so we have stripes on this side, no stripes on that side. All right, you ready to do another one? How about this one? What is that? Oh, it's our zebra. Does a zebra have stripes? Look carefully. Does it have stripes? Yeah, you see those little lines there? Okay, the zebra has stripes, so we're going to put the zebra over here with our tiger because zebras have stripes. So we'll put our zebra on the stripe side. All right, you ready to do another one? Okay, how about, let's see, let's take our rhino. The rhino, does he have stripes? No. So where should he go? Should he go on this side or this side? Over on the right. No stripes over there. So we're going to put our rhino over here. So rhino does not have stripes. Okay, how about this one? What is that one? That's our bear. Does the bear have stripes? Does he have those lines on his body? No. So where should it go? Over here. No stripes. We'll put our bear over on this side because the bear does not have any stripes. Okay, now let's look at our next one. What is this? A tiger. Does the tiger have stripes? Yes, the tiger has stripes. We're going to put the tiger over on the left side here because that's our stripe side. So a tiger has stripes. So I'll put that there. And let's see. Do you know what animal this one is? That's our hippo. Does the hippo have stripes? No, it does not. So we're going to put the hippo over here. Our hippo does not have stripes. So we'll put that right there. Okay. All right, let's see. What is this animal? You know what that one is? Yeah, it's a bumblebee. Does it have stripes? You see those black lines? Yes, so the bumblebee has stripes. We're going to put the bumblebee over here. Okay, and now let's look at this one here. You know what animal that is? That is a skunk. Does a skunk have stripes? Actually, a skunk has a big white stripe. It goes from the top of the head and it goes down its belly and it goes a big white stripe along its tail. Okay, so if you see an animal that is black with a big white stripe on its tail, that's a skunk. Okay, we don't want to go near a skunk because if you get sprayed by a skunk, hoo-wee, is it going to stink. All right, so I'm going to put our skunk over here because a skunk has a stripe. Now, here is a tricky one. Now, this is an iguana. All right, now it kind of looks like the iguana might have a stripe along its top of its back, but actually iguanas don't really have stripes. They're more like spots, but if it looks like a stripe to you, you could put it over here, but I'm going to put mine over on that side over there, okay? Because I guess some of them could have stripes and some of them could have spots because they do change their colors. But I'm going to put mine over here. But if you think that it's stripes, you could put it over on the other side. That's fine. Okay, so we have animals with stripes and animals with no stripes. Okay, so there's lots of different kinds of animals. Some animals have stripes and some animals do not. All right, we're going to do some more work with our zoo animals tomorrow.